If you're still running your ad account like it's 2024, you are in crippling debt in terms of your creative strategy. Content generation and copywriting have been the two industries most impacted by the new advent of AI and all of the innovation around it. And this is exactly why Meta has updated their algorithms to what is now known as Andromeda. These two changes together are the core reason why you really need to rethink and readapt your strategy in 2026 if you actually want to see your brand growing on Meta. But don't worry, because today in this video, I'm going to show you 5 strategies you can implement right now to actually help you scale your brand on Meta and in general in 2026. Also, if you're struggling to find new winning ads for your ad account, or you just feel like your performance has been tanking recently, make sure to open up your notes and start writing things down, because I'm gonna be sharing some absolute sauce in this video. By the way, in case you're new here, my name is Luka David and I run a performance creative agency. Essentially, we help brands scale from 50K to over 500K per month in monthly ad spend by helping them make better creatives for their e-commerce stores. So if you need help building a pipeline of winning ads for your brand as well, make sure to book a call using the link down below. First off, let's start with something that a lot of brands have been doing even last year. If you have not tried this yet, now is the perfect moment to actually give it a shot. And what I'm talking about is whitelisted ads. Whitelisting basically refers to posting your ads not from your page or your brand page, but from your creators' pages. The reason this works so well is because people actually hate being advertised to and hate being sold to. And you know this as well because you're a consumer just like myself. In psychology, this is called persuasion knowledge model. Essentially, if a person understands you're trying to sell them something or convince them of something, they are less likely to actually be influenced by what you're saying. Therefore, by not advertising from brand pages, but advertising from creator pages, we are in one way or another going around this persuasion knowledge model and making sure that our customers are not seeing the ads from a perspective of us, but from the users that are actually using them. We've seen quite a lot of success with these ads, and on average, if we launch the same ad on a branded page and then also on a whitelisted page, it would actually get a better performance from a whitelisted account. So here's how you can actually implement this for your brand. There's pretty much 2 ways. The way number 1 is, if you already work with creators, just call them and ask them if you can run ads from their pages. Now, technical setup for this is pretty easy. You can set up the page yourself. They don't need to do anything. You just need their permission to actually advertise from a page that has their name and their face on it. Usually when you do this, you're gonna have to give them some kind of percentage of your sales, maybe 1 to 5%, depending on how big your brand is. But this is how this setup usually looks like. Second thing you could do is, if you're lower on the budget and you don't really want to spend that much money persuading your creators to actually allow you to advertise from their pages, you can do something even more cheeky using AI. I've seen brands use AI whitelisting very successfully. In fact, one of the companies we worked with has created over 20 different whitelisted AI doctor accounts on TikTok and Instagram to promote their products in the most organic way possible. The same way you can launch organic content using this, you can also advertise from these AI persona pages. So there it is. If you haven't tried whitelisting yet, make sure to give it a shot as soon as possible. Next up, we have the AI UGCs. And now I know AI UGCs have been a thing last year, but this year we have actually seen AI UGCs completely take over, and some of the brands that we work with now exclusively use AI UGCs. These are big brands, like we're talking 8-figure brands, not even hiring any more creators whatsoever. So now in 2026 is the actual time when you can reap the benefits of AI UGCs, because I feel like in 2025 AI UGCs were still a bit underdeveloped and it was kind of hard to get performance out of all of them. But in 2026 the technology really is there to the point where we can do everything using AI UGCs. AI UGCs are perfect when you want to test new angles or target avatars without actually pouring a lot of money into creators. It's also perfect for smaller brands who simply don't have money to spend on creators whatsoever. Our best practice is to actually combine AI UGC footage with actual B-roll footage of our product. That way we get the best of both worlds. We have cheap AI persona talking about our product, while we have real live footage of our product in action being used, so we can combine those two together to make the best possible outcome. Now, there's a lot of different softwares out there that you can use to make AI UGCs. Some of them are general AI content generation tools like Hixfield, while some tools are specifically made just for AI UGCs. These are HeyGen, Make UGC, Creatify, ArcAds, and so on. With most of the tools that are specialized for AI UGCs, you do need to pay quite a lot of money per generation, so it ends up being a bit more expensive. What I like to do is I use a combination of Hixfield and HeyGen to get the best possible outcome. And then one thing you need to understand, to actually get the best AI UGC creators, you will need to have a video editor who actually understands how to make them properly and how to edit the video in a way where it doesn't show that it's an AI person, but it looks like a real person. And if you want to learn more about how you can actually use AI UGCs for your brand, I'm going to leave a link down below for a full breakdown of how I make AI UGCs for our brand and for our clients. Now, the method number 3 is creative diversity. Now, I understand this might be a bit broad, but hear me out. First of all, creative diversity simply means that you need to have a lot of different looking creatives. Not just different looking, but also creatives targeting different angles, different target audiences, different pain points, and then doing it in different visual and format ways. The reason for this is because even though you have one main target audience, even that super niche down target audience can be branched out into a lot of different subsegments of your audience. And those subsegments of your audience need different psychological triggers to actually convert. Some people are more prone to trust testimonials, while other people are more prone to actually trust doctors and authority figures. Meaning if you have two different authority figure ads, one of them could be a doctor while the other one could just be a happy user. And these different subsegments of your audience are actually gonna be more prone to convert based on their chosen method of trust. But why do you actually need creative diversity? The reason you actually need this is because of the Andromeda update and the way Facebook now treats ads. Small, minor changes that you make in your ads are no longer distinguishable by the Meta's algorithm, meaning you need more and more diverse concepts to actually get Meta to perform for your brand. Also, one of the reasons you're probably not scaling your ads is because only one format, only one angle, and only one target avatar is actually performing for your brand. So a core thing you need to do is actually go out and figure out what other target avatars, what other angles, and what other formats will actually perform for your brand. Before the Andromeda update, you could get away with like 1 or 2 winning ads in your ad account. Meta would just find the right audience and you would start scaling the spend. But now you need more different creatives to actually scale profitably. Next up, we have the AI image ads. Now, AI image ads are absolutely killing it in 2026. The core reason why these ads are so good is the speed of production. I actually made a workflow that allows me to make hundreds of these ads in just half an hour every single day. And guess what? I made a video about that as well, and there's gonna be a link down below in the description. Full A to Z tutorial. That's what I did. So why does this matter? What can you do with these AI image ads actually? First of all, they're great for testing new hypotheses. For example, you could test angles, you could test hooks, headlines, new target avatars, objection handling methods, testimonials, even product lines. And to be honest, image ads have always been good for these kinds of things. The only difference is now we can just produce them so much faster to the point where it takes barely any time to do it. Furthermore, static ads, especially offer-based static ads, are really good for picking up that bottom of the funnel audience. So those people who already saw a bunch of your other ads and now they just need a little push to convert. So if you can populate your ad account with a lot of different image ads, I'm pretty positive you're gonna see an uptick in your performance once those statics actually start getting spent. And you've probably seen a lot of different methods on how to do this and how to actually make these AI ads. A brief advice I'm gonna give you is that you simply need to provide your AI with a reference image, product image, foundational research document about the product and its audience, and a brief description of how you want to format it. So if these 4 things that I just described are not in your prompt, you're gonna get really bad results. As I said, there will be a full breakdown of how to actually do this using my method, so don't worry, just click on that link and watch it. It's like a 15-minute video. And last but not least, we have something really important that so many different brands never take time to actually build out. And if you're running a serious brand with serious spend that wants to get serious results, this is something that your creative strategy and your e-commerce brand just has to have. And it's called a creative motherboard. I'm gonna pop one on the screen and just briefly explain what a creative motherboard is. Creative motherboard is a system where you can track all of the concepts you have done so far, categories under which those concepts fall under, and the performance for that specific concept. This can be done in a Google Sheet, Notion, Excel, Miro board, ClickUp, whatever. My favorite way to do it is using a Google Sheet, just like the example I showed on screen. And I'm gonna show you a couple of things that actually go inside of a creative motherboard. If your store has multiple products, you wanna put multiple products inside of the motherboard. Angles you're testing, customer avatar you're testing, different formats you tested, maybe static ads, AI UGC, testimonial videos, cartoony AI videos, whatever it is, you wanna write all of these things down into your creative roadmap. Why does this actually matter? The reason this matters so much is because your job as someone who makes ads for your brand is to continuously learn from the ad results you get. And the performance of that ad either confirms or negates your hypothesis. So every single ad that you make needs to go into your creative roadmap. You're gonna give it a concept name, you're gonna specify which product you're advertising for, angle, target avatar, awareness stage, and maybe landing page. You can go as granular as you want with this. My advice is don't make it too complicated, rather make it super easy and useful for yourself. What's gonna happen with time is after you cross around 50 different concepts in your ad account, you're gonna start realizing that one angle is performing much better than the other. And you're gonna realize that certain formats are performing much better than other formats. And once you start to actually put more people inside of your team to work on your ads, you will need a centralized place where you can track all of the learnings from your ads. This is basically the brain of your advertising. And if you don't have it, you're basically spraying and praying with your ads. For all of you that do sales, this is like an equivalent of having a very well organized CRM, where you can see all of your prospects and all of the data about them and stuff like that. So you simply can't can't work without this. It takes some time to build out, and it is a bit of a pain in the ass to actually manage, but long term, this is what you need to actually position yourself as a proper brand with a proper advertising strategy. And now, number 6, or an honorable mention, is a project in Claude or ChatGPT. So why do you even need to do this? I'm gonna bet that about 95% of you have actually used Claude or ChatGPT to write scripts to make ads for your e-commerce store. And if those scripts haven't really turned out the way you wanted them to, this is probably the reason why. It's because your Claude and ChatGPT are basically working from zero to deliver what you want, right? So they don't know all of the things that you have in your head. They don't know what's your target audience. They don't know, which ads performed last week. They have never seen direct response scripts before. It doesn't know any of these things, right? So by making a project in Claude or in ChatGPT, you can start to feed a lot of different data about your brand, about your audience, about your performance, about your goals, and all of these things to actually make sure that AI can help you rather than waste your time. Here's some of the key things that I like to put into my projects for every single one of our clients. A foundational research document. This is a document that contains all of the information about the client, about their brand, all of their products, which kind of pain points they solve for which kind of customers, what are the ads that performed well for them in the past, what are their competitors, which kind of language do they use, what are the buzzwords. So all of this information about your brand, about the competitors, and about things that worked for you before and about the things that didn't work for you before. You will also need to feed it your brand guidelines, which colors, which kind of text, and which kind of brand voice and attitude to use in the ads. Another thing that I give it is a whole transcript of the Breakthrough Advertising book. This is just one of the books that you could put into your custom GPT, but essentially any kind of knowledge that you want this GPT to have or this project to have, you need to provide it to the project itself. So any kind of guides you have on how to script, how to make image ads, how to make video ads, different formats you have defined, your rules for formatting, all of these things. And you can actually connect your creative roadmap to your project so that your project is always up to date with the newest performance of your ads and how everything is working behind the scenes in your ad account. And there it is, people. That is gonna be it for this video. These are 5 and then +1, so 6 methods that you can use in 2026 to actually scale your ad account profitably. And once again, if you do feel like you need help with any of these things, please don't hesitate to book a call with me. I would love to jump on a call and actually see if we can help you scale your ads, just like we did for 30 of our other clients in the past couple of years. Thank you for watching. I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and I will see you in the next one.